Hello, welcome to the Scale Modelling Cafe. Welcome to this week's update. Lots to talk about because I've been very busy on the channel. Right, so it all starts tomorrow. I've edited down my Armour Hobby Hurricane 2C, the desert one. That was a 5-parter, I think. I've edited that down into one video. I think it's about 40 minutes, 45 minutes long, something like that. No narration, to music, in the style of sort of, some of the other YouTubers out there. Yeah, because I haven't got any modelling to put out, because I've only just started this thing, and that's the next one. Then I thought I'd have a go at that. So yeah, be interesting to get your feedback on that if you like that format. I'm intending, when I've got some time, to edit down some of the previous projects into sort of one sort of bite-sized 30-40 minute video, and there's some high-res finished pictures at the end, and I hope you like the music, so watch out for that. Like I say, give me feedback, I'll be interested to hear. Right, what else is coming on the channel then? The part one of this project, the Kotare Spitfire, will be coming out next week. I filmed it, I just need to put the finishing touches to the editing. One massive boo-boo I've done, I've left the resin exhausts at home. So I'm going to have to cobble something together, I think, and do the best I can with the kit exhausts. What I might do is do the kit exhausts and do them so I can finish off the project. And then I'm going home in about 3 weeks. And what I'll do is I'll pick those up, I'll bring them back, I'll paint them up, and then I'll swap them over, so I won't glue them properly. I'll just temporarily glue them. But I do want to get that onto eBay, so we shall see. So that's Spitfire. Right, I'm going to have to refer to my notes here because I've been really busy. Another video that's coming out, I've lost my page already, there it goes. Another video that will be coming very soon to the channel is a debrief video on the Edward 109 G2 that I finished the other day. That is for a publication, so I didn't film it, but I thought what I'd do is do a debrief video on it, exactly the same as what I did on the Seafire, which was the Edward conversion 72nd. The Mark 9 I converted into a Seafire 2C. So I thought I'd do just a debrief video on that, just talk you through the project, some of the techniques I used, and hopefully you can pick up a few tips on that. It's a beautiful little kit. I think that is now, including the S199s, which I include because they're derivatives of the 109. That's the 5th 72nd 109 I've done, and there is more to follow. I am intending, it was the dual combo, so I am intending on building another G2 for the channel. I'm really looking at the kind of Slovakian markings for that, or I might do Hungarian, algorithms and YouTube police and all that kind of stuff. So that's that. Sprue tours, yeah, I've done a load of sprue tours. So I've done this one, this is the first one that will go up. I think I've scheduled it for this coming Wednesday. And then over the next couple of weeks I've got another couple coming out. So I've got the Dora Wings Norseman in 72nd scale. My first ever Dora Wings kit that I've ever seen. It looks absolutely beautiful. No locating pins though. So you're going to have to be careful when you put it together. But I really want to do that model. That looks fabulous. And also, I've done a review of the Royal Class Edward P51D Mustang in 72nd scale, and the surface detail on that has just utterly blown me away. I am disappointed they didn't do the rivets on the wings. Yes, I know they were puttied over, but with all the G and stuff, the putty is going to fall out. And if you look at wartime photos, on some of them, you can see panel lines, and you can even see some of the rivets on some of them. And one of those I'm intending on doing, converting it into an F51 and doing a Korean one. And yeah, I might go down the sort of riveted wings route on that. We shall see. But that's another project that's coming to the channel at some point as well. So busy. That's an awful lot of editing I've done. In fact, that took me all day yesterday practically to edit all those, and I'm still not finished because I've got to do the part 1 of this. Right, so that's all the channel. Loads of stuff coming. Right, progress then. As I mentioned, the 109 G2 is finished. I'm not going to talk about that now because, as I said, I've done a separate video on that. But today I have started the Kotare Spitfire, the early one, which I'm going to do as a kind of late early, if that makes sense. 3-bladed prop, late or modified pitot, cockpit armor, the windscreen armor, the later aerial mast. I just think it looks better. And but it's going to be a legit aeroplane. It's going to be a 72 Squadron 1. And I'm going to be spraying all the markings on that. I might use the decals. But not the... I might just spray the codes. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. I'll probably just go the whole hog and paint the lot. But yeah, progress so far on this then. When you watch the part 1, you will hear me say, I'm not going to rivet the kit. I want to do it straight from the box with apart from a few other tiny little additions. I spent a few hours riveting it. So that didn't last long, did it? But actually, in hindsight, I'm really glad I did because I think it just adds that extra dimension. And in 30-second scale, then I think it's even more appropriate. Now, they do say, oh, this is the first time I've actually dry fit the wings and they just clip together. That's phenomenal. Yeah, I've done a separate video on this. I did a review of the Galaxy rivet tool, and I'll stick a thing at the end so you can go and watch that. I've had a few asks already because I put some pictures on this on Facebook, and 1 or 2 people have said, oh, have you got a step-by-step? And yes, I have. I did it a little while ago, so I might even link that as well at the end. But so far, I'm absolutely loving this. It didn't take all that long to rivet because bear in mind, most of the fuselage is already done with the raised rivets. My intention with the lower fuselage seam, obviously the rivets actually don't go all the way to the seam just because of, you know, molding technology and that kind of stuff. And even if they did, you'll probably obliterate them when cleaning up the seam. Is I'm going to remove all those rivets and I'm going to replace them with 3D printed ones. And it looks like there's some missing from the fuselage as well, which they might well be recessed. I don't know. But the rear fuselage seems quite bare. There's raised rivets there, but it doesn't look complete. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more research on that. So if you know if the missing rivets were raised, in which case I'll use the 3D printed decals, or if they were recessed, and then I'm hoping they're recessed because that's going to be dead easy. I'll just run the rivet tool along. And so there was a mix of raised and recessed. Please let me know. I've got a feeling they were raised though. I don't have any Mark 1 plans here, but I do have some Mark 14 plans, and the rear fuselage is pretty much the same, obviously, apart from the tail, but you know what I mean. So the rivet pattern should be fine. So that's the plan with that. So yeah, the whole airframe is riveted, and I'm just doing a little bit of detail painting on the wheel wells and the just around the wheel wells because I won't have to mask that. And then the plan is to get the wings together today, and I'm going to leave them as long as I can before I sand down the seams. That's the plan. But so far, I'm absolutely loving this thing. The cockpit's going to be a bit of an epic, I think, just because it's so well detailed, and it is going to take a lot of detail painting. But yeah, looking forward to seeing how that's finished. I really like the idea of doing the instrument panel as per the kit. So using the kit decals on that. But I do have an Edward look, which is the 3D resin color printed one. Not a decal or anything. It's literally a solid resin replacement, and I thought I'd give that a go on this one because I've never used the Edward look before. That's the plan with that. Right, Okay, that's the progress on that. So on with the news. So I've got my Earth Cafe green notebook down here. Right, the news then. Lucograph have announced a 1/32 scale BE2C in 30-second scale. That is a completely 3D printed resin model. It looks absolutely stunning looking at some of the renders. No, I'm not going to get one, but I I normally just kind of advertise the news stuff that interests me and I wouldn't mind doing. That I don't want to do. However, it just looks so amazing. I just thought I'd bring it to you because maybe you'll be interested in that. But it just looks absolutely phenomenal. So I thought I'd give them a shout out. IBG's IAR, is it 80 or 81? Whatever it is in 70-second scale, that's just been released. That looks utterly amazing, actually, and I'm severely tempted by that. But I'm gonna hold firm. And I did say in one of my earlier videos that I was selling off some of my stash because I don't like having a big stash, and I'm going to limit myself to just a couple of models that I know are coming out. Well, hopefully coming out this year, and I'm only going to get those because I do want to start driving into the stash. It's been in and out of my Hannant's cart probably about 6 or 7 times because I go, oh, sod it, I'll get it, because it does look amazing. I mean, it's fully riveted. And then I keep taking it out because no, be strong, Jamie, be strong. And if I can see a build slot for it, with all the other really cool stuff that I want to do, then what I'll do is I'll just pull the trigger, get it, bring it out, and do it. I don't want it sat in the stash. And the last one is something I've been waiting for quite a while now, and it's the Laminar Flow Designs Spitfire Mark 14 conversion set in 1/48th. So that is hit the streets. I don't know if it's sold out already, but judging by the 30-second scale one that I've got, in fact I've got a few now, and the Mark 12 which I've got, the 48th one looks equally, if not better. Equally as good, if not better. So what I'm going to do is I've ordered it. It's on its way. I'm going home in 3 weeks. I'm going to bring it back with me with an Edward Mark 8, and that is going to be at the top of the pile. I kind of owe it to Matthew, really, because he sent me one or two bits and pieces for review, and shiny things keep getting in the way of the 30-second scale project. And I thought I ought to really start the 30-second scale one, but that's going to be such a big project, and it's appeared in print in one or two places already, albeit not on YouTube. I thought because it's the newer one, I'll do the newer one first, the 48th one, and then I'll probably do the Dora Wings Norseman actually after that, because I really, really want to do that, and check out Dora Wings before launching in on the big 30-second scale Spitfire. I don't want to do two 30-second scale Spitfires back to back. In fact, I don't really want to do three Spitfires back to back. Even though I'm very excited about the 30-second scale one, because I'm going to do it in Belgian markings, and they were really minging and heavily weathered. The 48th one I'm going to do is a 17 Squadron aeroplane in dark earth, dark green over medium sea grey with the white stripes. I've ordered some decals, even though I will be spraying all the markings, because it's got the 17 Squadron Gauntlet badge on the nose. Unfortunately, I can't read the serial on that particular aeroplane. I suspect it's RN something, which is nice, CNRMX Royal Navy, even though it's a crab aeroplane. But that's going to be the plan, because I do have the Armour Hobby Hurricane 2C, another one in the stash, and I really want to do that one in brown and green over medium sea grey in the Southeast Asia theatre. And I think they'll look really quite nice next to each other. So that is going to be the plan for that one, and then I'll do the Belgian one in 32nd scale, and I can really get my teeth. Well, I can really get my teeth into the weathering both of them. Talking of Hurricanes in 48 scale, I've got my Hurricane Armour Hobby Hurricane 2B at home as well. That's going to come out. That's going to be on the channel. I want to do that. I'm going to convert that into a Soviet one, and I'm probably going to build both of the Hurricanes alongside each other. That's going to be the plan. But I've got so many cool things that I really, really want to do. Yeah, we shall see. I've got the P39 as well. That's going to come back out with me, and that'll be a sprue tour at least. And I do want to build that on the channel as well, along with everything else. Right, so that's almost it. I do want to mention, right, so I'm going home in 3 weeks because I might need surgery on my shoulder. I've torn the rotator cuff in a couple of places, it looks like. So it really is quite painful. And I'm seeing a surgeon, and we'll see what he says. If I do need surgery, it's going to be keyhole, and it'll be a relatively quick recovery, but it is going to mean I might be stuck at home for a few weeks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all my riveting gear with me and see if I can manage on the kitchen table to finish off riveting a couple of projects I've already started and rivet the Armour P39, because there's no rivets on it, which is a real shame. I wish they'd done that. I'd pay an extra £5 for a fully riveted airframe, but there we are. Okay, I'll leave it there. Loads coming on the channel. Just keep an eye out. We all know how YouTube works, so that notification bell thing will let you know when they're coming out. I've never advertised that. I've never begged for likes and subscribes, or subscriptions, I suppose is the better word, isn't it? And tell people to hit the bell and all that kind of blah, because everyone knows how it works. But there is a lot coming. At the moment, for the next sort of month, I've got 3 videos a week going up. So that'll be a project, a sprue tour, and the weekly chat. And if anything crops up, I'll do that as well. There'll be an unboxing video when I get home, although I don't have too much. All right, I'll leave it there. Otherwise, I'm going to start waffling again. And I need to put the wings together, and so I can let them dry. So, like I say, I'll leave it there. Keep your eye on the channel, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.